Hello, thank you for joining with me for the reading with the Course Companions out of A Course in Miracles, complete and annotated edition, edited by Robert Perry. The reading schedule for week 12 was just released today, so lesson 78, section 9, asking and following is where we will be reading today. Out of chapter 4, the ego's struggle to preserve itself. And if you'd like to close your eyes for a moment and join me for a prayer. Dear God, please enable me to set aside everything I think I know about A Course in Miracles, about you, about myself, and about others, and about this world, God. God, please allow me to have an open mind and a new experience. With this reading today, A Course in Miracles, with you, dear God, myself, and others. God, please give me your vision. I thank you for my many, many blessings. And I thank you for this beautiful book and for allowing us to join in your name. Amen. So we are on section 9, asking and following, and it starts right out with footnote 100. See Cameo 18, Meditation and Guidance, which we just read. If you have a fear reaction in meditation, the reason may be that you have not yet been able to suspend judgment and have merely succeeded in weakening your control over it. Since you have an unfortunate tendency to be self-punishing, you believe that control of judgment is a self-preserving function, and therefore regard it as a necessary defense of yourself. Weakening this defense deliberately is thus perceived as dangerous vulnerability, which frightens you. If you are having this reaction, then you should ask before attempting meditation again. It would be very unwise to try it before we can do it together. I assure you I will be vigilant in identifying the right time. I cannot tell you when that will be because I do not know. You will tell me that, but may not recognize that you have done so. That is why you need me to relay your own message back to you. When we are both ready, it cannot be fearful. If you wonder why you have difficulty in communicating with me, I ask you to please listen very carefully to these remarks. If you ask me for guidance, you have signified your willingness to give over your own control, at least to some extent. Your frequent failure to ask at all indicates that at such times you are not willing to go even that far. Failure to ask for guidance is a sign of fear. But when you at least ask, you are acting on a cooperative thought, even though it may not lack ambivalence. You are therefore entitled to a specific answer, but unless you follow it without judging it, you will become defensive about the next steps you will take. You should be confident that any guidance which comes from me will not jeopardize anyone. If you can continue not to evaluate my messages and merely follow them, they will lead to good for everyone. Since this is the same area of difficulty which may be causing you trouble with meditation, practice in this is essential. I do not yet know what decisions those who are involved in what is happening today will make. 101. This is due to the nature of free will, in which our choices are not the inescapable result of prior causes, and are therefore literally up to us in each moment. For that reason, they cannot be predicted with certainty, but instead only in terms of probability. So let me repeat that sentence. I do not yet know what decisions those who are involved in what is happening today will make, but I assure you with a confidence I urge you to share with whatever they may be can utilize for good if you will let them. So I'm going to repeat that sentence again. I assure you with the confidence I urge you to share that whatever they may be can be utilized for good if you will let them be. Why not unburden yourself of the kind of responsibility which you cannot meet, and devote yourself in peace to the many others which you can disregard without strain? 102. The kind of responsibility which you cannot meet seems to anticipating what others are going to do, while a kind of responsibility you can discharge without strain is letting what others do be utilized for good by following Jesus' guidance. It is your responsibility to recognize the difference. Any confusion in this respect is arrogance. There are miracles that should be offered to particular people today, and I will tell you specifically in answer to your asking who these people are. Miracles are urgently needed for you, although this is not the spirit in which you must undertake them. You have hurt yourself and need healing. It does not matter whether the people you think have hurt you have really thought hurtfully. You have. You must undo this, and your attempts will surely be blessed. If you will to help your brother overcome his negative emotions, which are totally unjustified in spite of his misperception, you will not only help him, but enable both of us to help you. This will institute the change of helpfulness and harmlessness, which always leads to the atonement and becomes a powerful part of its beneficence. While not asking for guidance is a mistake, evaluating what you hear in terms of your own convenience is another mistake. You often see only one alternative and are unable to keep an open mind. You do not take alternate possibilities into account, which is a major problem. You should also train yourself to learn that alternate possibilities are better not left up to you. Whenever you react as though they are, you will have trouble. If you ask what to do and are willing to forego control of the decision, whatever you do will be only benign. Could we continue in that spirit? I offer far more than partial guidance, although you do not ask for more. The uneven quality of your skill in both asking and following my direction is due to the alternations you experience between the ego and miracle-oriented perception. This is a strain, but fortunately one which can be overcome along with the rest. There will never be a time when I do not will to try again. You might be gladdened by remembering that. So I offer far more than partial guidance, although you do not ask for more. The uneven quality of your skill in both asking and following my direction is due to the alternations you experience between ego and miracle-oriented perception. This is a strain, but fortunately one which can be overcome along with the rest. There will never be a time when I do not will to try again. You might be gladdened by remembering that. And that is all there is for that section. And let's go ahead and read the notes by Emily Bennington. 78, Section 9, Asking and Following. My need to maintain control is what keeps me from asking for and following guidance. If I can give over control by asking for guidance and following what I hear, then I can devote myself to giving miracles, which will heal others and heal me. and will let whatever others do be utilized for good. Reflection. What is your relationship to guidance? Do you fail to ask? Do you ask but then judge what comes through? This section encourages us to take an honest look at the ways in which we are having difficulty in communicating with Jesus, beginning with our need for control. As you think about your own experience, which do you value more, guidance or control? And how is your practice reflective of this priority? The excerpts from the text. Failure to ask for guidance is a sign of fear. While not asking for guidance is a mistake, evaluating what you hear in terms of your own convenience is another mistake. I offer far more than partial guidance, although you do not ask for more. That is our reading for Day 78, Section 9, Asking and Following. I thank you for joining with me. I love you.